That day we have started with the lesson that is the refraction of light. Okay. So students, we are studying subject science one. The name of the lesson is refraction of light. Okay. So my name is Miss Sunia Panduram Tumase. Our CNO of 10th standard, Mrs. Varsha Wagmare, and our science subject CNO, Mrs. Khan Tayyaba. Okay. Now, before starting the new topic, just we will shortly we will revise what we have studied that day. Okay. So here we have seen what is reflection of light. Hmm. So when light rays fall on the surface, they turn back. That is a reflection of light. Okay. Then we have studied the laws of reflection. The incident ray and the reflected ray of light are on the opposite sides of the normal to the reflecting surface at the point of incidence, and all the three lie in the same plane. Then second one, the angle of incidence and the angle of reflection are equal in measure. So that day I have explained you all the terminologies regarding this. Okay, and we have seen that generally light travels in a straight line. It forms shadows. Okay, but under some special circumstances, the light can bend, isn't it? When the light rays travel from one transparent medium to another transparent medium, the light changes its direction. So that thing we call it as a refraction. So this things you should remember about the difference between the reflection and refraction. Okay. So some activities we have studied regarding the refraction, and I have told you that you can perform this simple experiment, simple activity at home. Okay. So we have seen that how the part of the pencil which is inside the water, it appears to be thicker and it appears to be broken at the surface of water. This activity we have seen. Then this coin activity also you can perform at home. Okay, we have seen that the coin appears to be raised once we fill the vessel with water. Okay, so this is also due to the refraction of light. So what is refraction of light? Light changes its direction when going from one transparent medium to another transparent medium. This is called the refraction of light. So you should always know this thing whenever it is asked what is refraction of light. You should be able to tell this answer. Then this difference you should always know what is the basic difference between the reflection of light and refraction of light. Otherwise, what happens? Students get confused between the reflection and refraction, and they think that both the things are similar. Okay, so but there is a difference. You should remember that difference. Then I have given you assignments. You have to complete all these assignments. We have seen refraction of light through the glass slab. Okay, how the that activity is performed by taking the glass slab. How you have to mark the pins, and you have to observe through the opposite side of the glass slab, and you have to fix the another pins, and then you have to remove the glass slab. Then you have to join the points like N and M, and you will see that when the light rays passes from the air medium to the glass medium, you will see that the light changes its direction. Okay, because the medium has changed. Now what is the reason for this? What is the reason for this? It is because the velocity of light is different for the different medium, and in case of refraction which occurs to the glass slab, we have seen that there the two refraction occurs. One, when the light enters from air to glass medium, there a first refraction occurs. Then when the light travels from glass medium to air medium, the second refraction occurs. Then similarly, we have to mark the angles, angle of incidence, angle of refraction. Then even when the light emerges from a glass medium to air medium, There also we have the angle of incidence I1 and angle E, that is the angle of emergence, and that ray MD, it is called as the emergent ray. Okay. So this thing overall we have studied, and here you will find that angle I1 is equal to angle R. Remember this. Angle I1 is equal to angle R. Then we have studied laws of refraction. The incident ray and the refracted ray at the point of incidence N are on the opposite sides of the normal to the surface of the slab at that point, and all the three lie in the same plane. Okay, this is the first law. Then second law, for a given pair of media, the ratio of sine of I to sine R is constant. Sine I upon sine R is equals to constant. Okay. So this second law of refraction is also known as the Snell's law. So you should know that whenever it is asked what is Snell's law, you should be able to tell for a given pair of media, the ratio of sine I to sine R is constant. Okay. Now what is this constant called? This constant sine I upon sine R, which is constant, it is denoted by small n, and that small n is nothing but the refractive index. So the next topic we are going to study is about the refractive index. Got it? So remember, sine I upon sine R, the value which comes to be constant, that constant is denoted by small n, and that is nothing but the refractive index. Okay, the refractive index of the second medium with respect to the first medium. So we will study about the refractive index today. Okay, now observe this diagram. What do you observe here? That here different mediums they have taken. The first medium we have water. Okay, and just see the refractive index of water. It is 1.36. Second, they have taken as glass. Okay, the refractive index of glass is 1.50. Then they have taken alcohol. The refractive index is 1.44. So what do we observe in all the three cases? The refractive index value has changed. So why the refractive index value has changed in all the three medium? It is very simple. We know that for different medium, the velocity of light will be different. Okay, so as the velocity of light is different for different medium, the refractive index value will also be different. Got it? So in all the three medium, you will see how the light ray enters from, we can say from air medium, in first case from air medium to water medium. The direction of the light has changed. Okay. Second medium also, the light enters from air medium to glass medium. You can see the direction of the light has changed. Even in the third case, same thing has happened. Okay. But slightly you can say that the angle has also changed in all the three cases if you observe. Okay. Now, actually you see, it is the extent of change in the direction of a light ray. Okay. While entering the different media is different. Yes. The extent of change in the direction of light. Okay. The extent to which the light changes its direction from entering, while entering different media is different. And its reason also we know that the velocity of light is different for different medium. Got it? It is related to the refractive index of the medium. Okay. Then the value of the refractive index is different for different media. Therefore, refractive index value is different for the different medium. The value of the refractive index is different for light of different colors for the same medium. Now see this point. Means even if you have the same medium, okay, if we consider come on, we will consider one medium, suppose air medium we will consider. Okay, the medium is same, but we have different color light. Okay, Like you can see in the box, red color, green color, violet color. Okay, and you see the refractive index values. For red color, it is 1.50. For green color, it is 1.51. For violet color, it is 1.52. What it means, the value of refractive index will change even though the medium is same, but the light is of different colors. Okay, so these two cases you should remember. So one thing that when the light enters from one medium to another medium, the refractive index value will change. And second thing is, even if the refractive index, even if the medium is same, but for different color light, the refractive index value will change. Okay, students, you have to remember this thing. Then the refractive index of a medium with respect to vacuum is called its absolute refractive index. What does this mean? See here, once again I will read. The refractive index of a medium with respect to vacuum, it's called its absolute refractive index. Means if one of the medium is vacuum, okay, from the two medium, if one of the medium is vacuum, at that time we call it as the absolute refractive index. Okay, so this thing also you should know. If asked what is the absolute refractive index, you have to tell that the refractive index of a medium with respect to vacuum is called its absolute refractive index. Okay, now let us study this table. The absolute refractive indices of some of the substances are mentioned in this table. Now you will see that for different medium, you have the different value of the refractive index. Okay, now let us see for air medium, the value of refractive index is 1.0003. For ice, it is 1.31. For water, it is 1.33. Alcohol, it is 1.44. Kerosene, it is 1.46. Then you have the fused pots, it is 1.47. Turpentine oil, 1.5. Benzene, it is 1.52. Crown glass, it is 1.52. Here you can see the benzene refractive index and crown glass refractive index. The value is same. 1.52 and 1.52. Okay, means both this material, they are having the same refractive index value. So based on this also sometimes the question can be asked in the exam. So that type of question we are going to discuss. Okay, then rock salt refractive index value is 1.54. Carbon disulfide, it is 1.47. Dense flint glass, it is 1.5. Ruby, it is 1.52. Sapphire, it is 1.52. Okay, here also you will see the value of refractive index is same. Then diamond, it is 1.54. Okay, so some of the materials you will see that the value of the refractive index remains same. Okay, so in that case, the light will not change its direction, the velocity will remain same, the refractive index value is same. For other cases, you will see that somewhat slightly the refractive index has changed in some cases. Okay. Now, here you will see that when the light ray enters from air medium to glass medium, and again from glass medium to air medium, you will see that for the air, the velocity of light is 3 into 10 raised to 8 meter per second. Then its refractive index value is 1.0003. Then for glass, the velocity of light is 2 into 10 raised to 8 meter per second, and its refractive index value is 1.50. Okay, so here you can notice that if we consider about these two medium, okay, the velocity of light is more than the velocity of glass, isn't it? And if you see the refractive index value of air, it is 1.0003, and for glass, it is 1.50. Means the refractive index value of glass is more than that of the air, whereas the velocity of light in air value is more, 3 into 10 raised to 8 meter per second, than that of the glass, 2 into 10 raised to 8 meter per second. So you will see that the refractive index depends on the velocity of light in the medium. Got it? And usually we will see that for the substance whose velocity of light is less, okay, is less, its refractive index value is more. And where the velocity of light is more, its refractive index value comes to be less. Okay. Now let us study this diagram. Here you will see that again the two medium we have considered, that is the air medium and the glass medium, and the light ray, it travels from the air medium to glass medium. Okay, so the blue color ray you can see that is the incident ray, and the red color you can see that is the refracted ray. Okay, now just we will consider the velocity. Okay, now let the velocity of light in medium 1, that is the medium 1 we have taken air, let its velocity be v1. Okay, and in medium 2, the medium 2 which we have taken, that is the glass medium, so that velocity of light in medium 2 we will consider as v2. Then the refractive index of the second medium with respect to the first medium, 2n1, you will see it is written there 2n1. So that 2n1, it means that the refractive index of the second medium with respect to the first medium. Okay, remember this 2n1, it is the refractive index of second medium with respect to first medium. Got it? So it is equal to the ratio of velocity of light in medium 1 to that in medium 2. So refractive index 2n1 is equal to velocity of light in medium 1, that is v1, upon velocity of light in medium 2, that is v2. Okay. So similarly, the refractive index of medium 1 with respect to medium 2 is 1 and 2, which will be equal to v2 upon v1. Okay. So see once again, first we have considered the refractive index of second medium with respect to first medium. So we have written it as 2 and 1. In the second case, the refractive index of medium 1 with respect to medium 2. So we are writing it as 1 and 2. Okay, which will be equal to V2 upon V1. Now, if the first medium is vacuum, okay, if the first medium is vacuum, then the refractive index of medium 2 is called as the absolute refractive index, and it is written as N. Okay, so we have already discussed what is the absolute refractive index. Okay, when we consider one of the medium as vacuum, then we call it as the absolute refractive index. So here it is said that if the first medium is vacuum, then the refractive index of second medium with respect to that vacuum, it is called as the absolute refractive index. Now, this here, medium 1 and medium 2. Now, suppose for medium 1, it is given a refractive index of medium 1 is less than the refractive index of medium 2. Okay, see that symbol, less than, greater than. Okay, so it is showing that refractive index of medium 1 is less than the refractive index of medium 2. So if the refractive index of medium 1 is less, so it means that that medium is a rarer medium. Okay, optically rarer medium. And the medium whose refractive index is more, so that medium will become optically denser medium. Got it? So if we are talking about the two medium, so what we have to consider about that two medium? We have to consider their speed of light, or you can say velocity of light. Then you have to consider their refractive index. Then from the two medium, you have to see for which medium the refractive index value is more. Okay, so the medium for which the refractive index value is more, that medium will be the denser medium. Okay, so this is the definition of the absolute refractive index. medium. Okay, and less that bigger medium. Okay, and after that, see, speed of light in medium 1 is more. It is greater than speed of light in medium 2. Okay, and after that, speed of light in medium 3 is greater than speed of light in medium 2. Okay, if the velocity of light or speed of light is more for that particular medium, its refractive index value is less. Okay, so generally these things happens for the rarer medium. For rarer medium, speed of light is more and its refractive index value is less. Whereas for the denser medium, speed of light value is less and its refractive index value is more. Okay, see, the speed of light is greater in a rarer medium as compared to a denser medium. Okay, so if in the exam, if you are given some questions, if you are given the two mediums and if the values are given, from that values you should be able to tell that which medium is rarer medium and which medium is denser medium. Okay, so here you will see that refractive index of glass is more than the refractive index of air. Okay, so we know that the glass, it is the denser medium. For denser medium, the refractive index value is more, whereas for the rarer medium, which is the air, its refractive index value is less. Okay, now just see these diagrams. What do you observe here? Up till now, we have seen that the how the incident ray is inclined, was inclined on that glass slab. But here you will see that the incident ray passes normally, okay, through the glass slab. So in this case, the direction of the ray of light does not change. Okay, the direction of the ray of light will not change and the ray of light does not get refracted. Okay, it will pass as it is through the glass slab. Okay, now just consider these three cases. Here, in the first case, you will observe when a light ray passes from a rarer medium to a denser medium, it bends towards the normal. Okay, see in the diagram also you will see that when a light ray passes from rarer medium to denser medium, it bends towards the normal. Okay, then in the second case, when a light ray passes from a denser medium to a rarer medium, it bends away from the normal. Got it? You can see in the diagram. It is shown here. You can see this diagram. When the light rays passes from denser medium. Now here, suppose that glass slab. So glass is the denser medium. It is passing from the glass slab to the air medium. So the ray of light, it bends away from the normal. Okay. Whereas here you will see when it passes from the rarer medium to denser medium, you can see that red color that ray is shown, that is the refracted ray. So it bends towards the normal. Then we have the third situation, that is when a light ray is incident normally. Okay, see, when a light ray is incident normally at the boundary between the two media. Okay, in this case, it does not change its direction and hence does not get refracted. But when a light ray is incident normally at the boundary between the two media, it does not change its direction and here the refraction does not occur. So it is just the same example we have seen here. Okay, so here also the same thing is shown when the light rays falls normally. at the boundary between the two media. Okay, boundary between two media means which are the two mediums here we have taken, rarer medium and denser medium. Okay, so if the light rays fall normally or passes through the normal, in such case, the light rays will not change its direction and the ray of light will not get refracted. Okay, now here we are going to solve one numerical. Okay, so before that, before solving the numerical, let us just revise from the refractive index so that you can easily solve the numericals. Okay, so we have seen that the refractive index value changes when the light rays passes from one medium to another medium. Okay, we get the different refractive index values. And second thing you have to remember that even though the medium remains same, but the light is of different colors, at that time the refractive index value will change. Okay, even though the medium is same. And the refractive index of a medium, when we consider with respect to vacuum, it is called as the absolute refractive index. So always remember this thing. Then we have studied this table, we have seen the different materials. For all the different materials, we have the different values of the refractive index. Okay, so here you can see that how the refractive index depends on the velocity of light in the medium. Okay, for rarer medium, the velocity of light will be more, but its refractive index value will be less. Whereas for the denser medium, the velocity of light will be less and its refractive index value will be more. Okay, then here we have seen that if we consider V1 and V2 as the velocity of light in medium 1 and velocity of light in medium 2, then how we will write the refractive index of second medium with respect to the first medium? It is written as 2 and 1, okay, which will be equal to V1 upon V2. Then similarly, for the refractive index of medium 1 with respect to medium 2, we will write it as V2 upon V1. And if the first medium is vacuum, then the refractive index of medium 2 is called as the absolute refractive index and it is written as N. Okay, and this is also very important. Okay, so if the two mediums are given to you and the values are given, so you will observe that value and you should be able to tell if the refractive index value of a particular of that two medium, among that two medium, one of the medium is having the refractive index value less, it means that it will be a optically rarer medium, and the another one whose refractive index value is more, it will be a denser medium. And about the speed of light, for rarer medium, the speed of light will be more, whereas for the denser medium, speed of light will be less. Okay. So here the example they have given as refractive index of glass is more than the refractive index of air. Okay. Now when the light rays fall normally at the boundary between the two media, you will see that the direction of the ray of light does not change and the ray of light does not get refracted. And here the three conditions are mentioned, that when the ray of light passes from rarer to denser medium, it will bend towards the normal. When a light ray passes from denser medium to a rarer medium, it bends away from the normal. And third situation is when a light ray is incident normally at the boundary between the two media, it will not change its direction and hence it will not get refracted. Okay, now let us solve this numerically. Okay, so the absolute refractive index of water is 1.36. And what is the velocity of light in water? So what we have to find? Velocity of light in water. So remember student, while solving any of the numericals, the first thing you have to do, that is you have to write all the given things. What all things are given in the numerical. So here you will observe that the absolute refractive index of water that is n, that value is given, it is 1.36. Then velocity of light in vacuum, that value is given, which is equal to 3 into 10 raised to 8 meter per second. Okay, so these two things are given. Now what we have to find? We have to find the velocity of light in water. Okay, now here, as the velocity of light in vacuum is given, so that we have considered as v1. And what we have to find? Velocity of light in water, so that is v2. Okay, now here we will use the formula of the refractive index. N is equals to v1 upon v2. Okay, then we will substitute that values. Now first you will see that from the formula, that formula it is rearranged because we have to find the value of v2. So by rearranging that formula, we get v2 is equals to v1 upon n. Okay, then we will just substitute the values. Now the value of v1, that is the velocity of light in vacuum, it is given as 3 into 10 raised to 8. So we have substituted that value upon the value of the refractive index of water is given, that is 1.36. Okay, then by solving this, we get the answer as 2.21 into 10 raised to 8 meter per second. So velocity of light in water is 2.21 into 10 raised to 8 meter per second. So see, you can see that if you know the proper formula, you can very easily solve this numerical. Got it? So while solving the numerical, keep in mind that you will solve in these steps. You write all the given things, then what you have to find, then formula, write the formula, then afterwards you can do the calculation. So if you want to solve this, you just take screenshot of this numerical. Okay. Now here you will see that we have taken one question, and such type of question, students, it can be asked for 5 marks. If you see the paper pattern of science, you will see the last question. You have to solve any one. Two questions are given. So that one question is of 5 marks. Okay. And such type of questions can be asked for 5 marks. So it is a paragraph based question, you can see. So let us solve this. Here, Ekta and Vaibhav performed an experiment and found refractive indices of various media as mentioned in the following table. Now observe the table and answer the question based on it. Okay. Now this table will be, suppose it will be given in the question paper. You have to observe this table properly and you have to answer the questions based on this table. Okay. Now, see here, this table we have discussed just now, and I told you that on the based on this table we have to solve one question. Okay, so here some values of refractive index are given. Okay, so based on that value we have to answer this question. Now see the first one. Now arrange the following substances from denser to the rarer medium. Okay, what we have to do? Arrange the following substances from denser to rarer medium. Now they have given us some substances like benzene, alcohol, water, turpentine oil and rock salt. So we have to arrange these given substances from denser to rarer medium. Now what we will do for this? We know that how we can arrange. We need to know their refractive index. Higher the refractive index, it will be the more denser medium. Okay, now let us see the refractive index of benzene. So you can see in the table the refractive index of benzene is given to be 1.50. Okay, then for alcohol Alcohol, it is given as 1.36. Then water refractive index is given as 1.33. Then turpentine oil, its refractive index is given to be 1.47. Okay. Then rock salt. Rock salt refractive index is given to be 1.54. Now, among these substances, we have to see for which substance the refractive index value is more. Okay. So from the among substances, we will see that the refractive index value of rock salt is more, that is 1.54. So it will be more denser medium. Then for benzene, it is 1.50. Okay. Then afterwards you have turpentine oil. It is 1.47. Then you have alcohol. It is 1.36. Then you have water. It is 1.33. So we have to arrange them from denser to rarer medium. So according to the values of refractive index, you have the sequence: rock salt, benzene, turpentine oil, alcohol, and water. Okay. Now see the second question. From the above table, mention the most rare and the most dense medium. So from among all the substances which they have given, which is the most rarer medium? Now see the value of air. It is 1.0003. The value is less among all the other substances. So that will be the most rare medium. Then which is the most dense medium? Now the substance whose refractive index value is more. So you will see that diamond, its refractive index value is 2.42. So that will be the most dense medium, that is the diamond. Okay. Now let us see the third question. What will happen to the path of light when light travels from crown glass to the dense flint glass? What will happen to the path of light when the light travels from crown glass? Now see the refractive index value of crown glass, it is 1.52. And that of the dense flint glass, it is 1.66. Means here they have given us two medium, crown glass and dense flint glass. Okay. So from among these two medium, the medium whose refractive index value is more, it will become the dense medium, and the other one will become the rarer medium. Okay. So when the light rays, it is given here, what will happen to the path of light when light travels from crown glass to dense flint glass? Means the light is traveling from the rarer medium to denser medium. Okay, so we have already studied when light travels from rarer medium to denser medium, it bends towards the normal. So what will be your answer? Light ray will bend towards the normal. Okay. What will happen to the path of light when light rays travel from sapphire to ruby? Um when the light rays will travel from sapphire to ruby. So here you will see that both are having the same refractive index value. Okay. So when the both the values are same, the light rays will remain undeviated. Okay. What will happen? The light rays will not change the direction. They will remain undeviated because they are having the same refractive index value. Then what is the refractive index of rock salt with respect to water? Okay. We have to find the refractive index of rock salt with respect to water. So that will be equal to refractive index of rock salt upon refractive index of water. So refractive index of rock salt is 1.54 and refractive index of water is 1.33. So 1.54 upon 1.33, you will get the answer 1.16. That is the refractive index of rock salt with respect to water. Okay. So such type of questions can be asked. So all it is depends upon the refractive index value. More the refractive index, more denser will be that medium. Remember this thing. Okay. Now Let us solve one more numerical here. Okay. A ray of light falls on a material body at an incident angle 60 degree and refracted at angle 30 degree. Okay. What is given here? A ray of light falls on material body at an incident angle 60 degree. So incident angle, that is angle of incidence, is 60 degree and refracted at an angle of refraction has 30 degree. Okay, so what we have to find over here, what is the refractive index of the material? So we have to find the refractive index of the material. Then what is the measure of angle of emergence? So these two things we have to find over here. This type of numerical is asked for 2 marks. Okay, so as I told you, to solve the numericals, first thing you should know, that is the formulas. You should know which formula is applicable to which numerical. It depends upon which things are given in the numerical. Okay, and if you know all these things, then very easily you can attempt the numericals in the question paper. Okay, now see here, as they have given you the value of uh, angle of incidence and angle of refraction. Okay, so we will use the formula, that is sine I upon sine R is equal to the refractive index of the material. So that formula we can very easily we can use here. So refractive index of material is equals to sine I upon sine R equal to, we have to put the value of I, that is it becomes sine 60 degree. Then put the value of R, that is sine 30 degree. Now in mathematics, you have already studied the topic, that is the trigonometry. Okay, so trigonometry. So in that, you know the values of sine 60 degree, sine 30 degree. So in that you have sine 60 degree, you have the value root 3 by 2. Okay. And sine 30 degree, you have the value 1 upon 2. So after calculation, you get the value as root 3. So what is the refractive index of the material? It is equal to root 3. Okay. So first thing of the numerical you have found, that is what is the refractive index of the material. So its answer is root 3. And which formula you are going to use here? Sine I upon sine R. Okay. So remember this formula, sine I upon sine R is equals to refractive index. You can use, you have to use this formula to find the refractive index. If you are given this value, I value and R value are given, then you should remember that we have to use this formula. Got it? Now see the second thing. What is the measure of the angle of emergence E? Okay. Now we know that angle of emergence is numerically it is equal to angle of incidence. It means that angle I is equal to angle E. Okay. So this is the very simple thing. As we know that I is equal to E and the value of I is given, that is 60 degree. So the value of E will also be 60 degree. Understood? And therefore, you have to understand the laws of refraction and what we have studied about the glass slab, that experiment. If you study that properly, then you come to know that which angles are equal. Okay, so if you have that knowledge about that thing, then you can very easily attempt this. So here, as we have studied at that time, that angle of incidence is equal to the angle of emergence, means E is equal to I. Therefore, very easily we can write the angle of emergence value is 60 degree as the angle of incidence value is 60 degree. Okay. So such type of numericals are asked in the exam. They are very easy. You can very easily attempt the numericals. Okay, students. So this was all about the refractive index. So next topic we will study tomorrow. Today you today you revise this. So you can take the screenshot of this assignment. What is meant by absolute refractive index, and another question you have to solve, that is complete the given chart or the table. Such type of question is asked for 2 marks. So you can take the screenshot of this assignment. Okay, students, you revise this topic again. Then tomorrow we will start with the another topic. Okay.